A new battlefield introducing Lawfare, written by Glenn Greenwald, no place to hide. Lawfare. It sounds technical, even harmless. But behind this seemingly innocuous term lies a dangerous weapon, one increasingly used to undermine democracies around the world. Lawfare, simply put, is the manipulation of legal systems and principles to achieve strategic objectives, often political ones. This isn't about upholding justice, it's about exploiting the law for power and control. Imagine a world where lawsuits silence dissent, where legal technicalities obstruct justice, and where the very systems designed to protect us are turned against us. That's the chilling reality of lawfare. Weaponizing the courts. How lawfare works. Lawfare operates in the shadows, twisting legal mechanisms into instruments of oppression. Imagine a barrage of lawsuits, strategically designed not to win but to drain the resources of opponents, silencing them through financial exhaustion. Think of activists bogged down in endless litigation, their voices stifled by the sheer weight of legal battles. Picture governments using complex regulations and legal challenges to cripple opposition groups, effectively criminalizing dissent. This is the insidious nature of lawfare. It weaponizes the very systems meant to uphold fairness and justice, turning them into tools of repression. Lawfare thrives on complexity. It exploits loopholes and ambiguities, burying opponents in a mountain of paperwork and legal procedures. It thrives on information asymmetry, where those with more resources and legal expertise can easily outmaneuver their less powerful adversaries. The result? A chilling effect on free speech, a weakening of democratic institutions, and a society where fear and intimidation replace open discourse. Lawfare reaches into our everyday lives. Small business owners face frivolous lawsuits from larger competitors. Journalists face slap suits to censor their reporting. These are examples of lawfare silencing dissent. Environmental groups face endless litigation. Whistleblowers face legal threats to silence them. These battles attack transparency and accountability. Democracy under siege. Lawfare's threat. Democracies thrive on open debate, a free press, and informed citizens. Lawfare undermines these pillars. It silences critics, stifles dissent, and creates fear. Courtrooms become arenas for political maneuvering. Citizens fear speaking out against injustice. Journalists self-censor to avoid costly litigation. Lawfare's chilling effect stifles dissent. The powerful manipulate the legal system. Justice becomes a commodity for the highest bidder. This signals a system in peril. Lawfare and political campaigns. Imagine a campaign where candidates are bogged down in lawsuits, their resources drained by legal challenges. Elections decided not by voters, but by lawyers and judges. Lawfare can disqualify candidates, challenge results, and sow doubt in the process. It discourages participation and donations, transforming elections into legal battlegrounds, undermining public trust and democracy. Motives and manipulations. Understanding why lawfare is employed is crucial to combating it. Often the goal is not to win in court, but to achieve strategic objectives through the legal process itself. This could involve silencing critics, draining the resources of opponents, or creating a chilling effect on dissent. Lawfare becomes a tool for those seeking to maintain power, silence opposition, and control the narrative. Corporations might use lawfare to silence whistleblowers, protect their reputations, or stifle competition. Any regimes might employ lawfare to silence journalists, human rights activists, and political opponents, crushing dissent and maintaining their grip on power. The motives are as varied as the perpetrators, but the underlying goal remains the same: to gain an advantage, silence opposition, and manipulate the system to their benefit. Recognizing these motives and vulnerabilities is essential to developing effective countermeasures and safeguarding our democracies from this insidious threat. Historically, lawfare has been used in various forms. During the McCarthy era, legal tactics were employed to target and silence alleged communists, creating a climate of fear and suspicion. Legal scholar Ord Kittredge notes, "Lawfare is the use of law as a weapon of conflict, a means to achieve military or political objectives. In international contexts, countries have used lawfare to challenge the actions of other states, as seen in the numerous cases brought before the International Court of Justice. The impact of lawfare on political stability can be profound. It can undermine trust in the legal system, polarize societies, and erode democratic institutions. Experts like Rosa Brooks argue that lawfare can be a double-edged sword, potentially strengthening or weakening the rule of law depending on how it is used. Case studies from the civil rights movement show how lawfare was used to suppress civil rights. The fight back. Combating lawfare requires a multi-pronged approach. Raising awareness about this insidious tactic is crucial. Educating the public, journalists, and policymakers builds resilience. Reforming legal systems to prevent manipulation is essential. Simplifying procedures and increasing transparency help. Introducing safeguards against frivolous lawsuits is key. Strengthening legal aid ensures equal access to justice. International cooperation and sharing best practices are vital. Together, we can counter this threat to democracy. Protecting our democracies. Lawfare represents a clear and present danger to democracies worldwide. It undermines free speech, fair play, and the rule of law, eroding the foundations of a just society. Protecting our democracies requires constant vigilance and a commitment to combating lawfare. We must be wary of attempts to silence dissent through frivolous lawsuits or legal manipulation. Demand accountability from those who weaponize the law for their own benefit. Preserve open debate, protect dissent, and ensure the law shields the vulnerable, not the powerful. Lawfare poses a significant threat to democracies worldwide, exploiting legal systems and principles to silence dissent, undermine political processes, and maintain power structures. Its insidious nature, often operating in the shadows and employing complex legal maneuvers, makes it a challenging adversary. However, by understanding its tactics, raising awareness, and implementing effective countermeasures, we can mitigate its impact and safeguard the integrity of our democratic institutions. By working together, we can create a world where the law serves as a shield for the vulnerable, not a weapon for the powerful.